My name is Anna Krista, and today I'm bringing you a first look into a Chinese BaZi chart. You see it right here in front of you. Let's begin very simply. Before stories, before diagnoses, before what happened later in life. Let's begin with how a human being is built. In Chinese BaZi, when we look at a chart, we don't ask first, what went wrong? We ask, what is strong here? How is life energy meant to move? Because when strength is misunderstood or blocked, that's when suffering appears later. The structure of the chart. So first of all, let's look at the personality element. I'm choosing green here for wood. This green element you see is the personality element of this human being. Now, notice the structure. On the top, we have 4 heavenly energies. And below them, the earthly branches. The first column is the year energy. The second is the month energy. The third is the day energy. And the fourth is the hour energy. The day energy is where we find the personality. At the center of this chart lives young wood, young masculine wood. You should think of a tree, a powerful oak. A tree doesn't grow sideways, it grows upward. It needs light, direction, space, connection. This kind of personality cannot live without meaning. If it's cut off from growth, it doesn't become quiet. It becomes restless, frustrated, and sometimes lost. And this is very important to know, especially for parents. Wu Xing, how energy moves. Let's look at Wu Xing, the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, water. You see why wood is placed at the head here? Because wood is the personality element in the day pillar. Now, wood creates fire. Fire stands for expression, voice, joy. Fire creates earth, ashes. Earth stands for reality, responsibility, and in this chart, money. Inside earth, metal matures. Metal represents structure, order, law. Here it's the position of power. Metal gives birth to water. Water stands for wisdom, learning, memory. And water gives birth to wood. Again, without water, nothing green grows. This is Wu Xing, the natural movement of life. Is anything missing? Now, when we return to this chart, something becomes very clear. The movement is alive. Nothing is broken. Almost nothing is missing. This is not a fragile system. It's a working system. Wood creates fire, fire creates earth, earth creates metal, metal creates water, water nourishes wood. Even where metal is hidden in the roots, you see it here and here, it's still present. This body can hold life. Let's talk about earthly animals, which is the instinctive layer. This is instinctive layer, the body, the animal intelligence. This is what operates underneath the visible personality. Here we see something powerful. 2 tigers, one in the month and one in the hour. Tiger is movement, courage, social energy. This person is not built for isolation. We also see earth animals, dog and ox, which show loyalty, endurance, and the ability to carry responsibility. Altogether, this chart tells us this body can carry life. This system is strong. Energy across a lifetime and how it moves, let me show you. Something extraordinary. BaZi also shows how energy unfolds across your life. Each pillar represents about 20 years. From birth to 20, this person receives strong learning energy, schooling, development. From 20 to 40, the month pillar, we see strong energy for work and material success. We see it exactly by the energy numbers here below. 3 here shows the schooling and lots of learning. 4 shows lots of energy, ready to make lots of money. And then when we go to the day pillar, the age from 40 to 60, this is where personality fully expresses itself. But the energy here is 12 and 12. And 12 corresponds to actually kind of like thinking about the new things, like embryon, developing a new potentiality, which will come to life when the person goes into the cycle after the 60 years of old. You can see the 1 here. Now I want to show you something subtle but crucial. Young wood carries the theme of the brotherhood. You see how much green is around this personality? This means people like him, peers, team, community. Young wood by nature carries tiger energy. And when we translate both the animals and the way energy wants to express itself, you could say this person effectively carries 4 tigers. 4. That means people are essential. Teamwork is medicine. And social connection is not a weakness. This person is not meant to walk alone. Isolation would break him. Connection strengthens him. And this is just the beginning. Why this matters, especially for parents. Now I want to say the most important thing. Every human being needs to know who they truly are, not who they were told to be, not who circumstances forced them to become, but what strength was placed inside them from the very beginning. From the very beginning. When a person doesn't know themselves, when their natural energy is not recognized, that energy begins to search for an exit blindly. And very often, that blind search turns into mental pain, inner emptiness, loss of meaning, addiction, drugs, alcohol. Not because the person is weak, but because their strength was never seen and didn't get supported. A message for parents. For parents, this knowledge is priceless. If parents know their newborn's chart, if they understand where the child's strength lives, how their energy is meant to move, what nourishes them, and what breaks them, then they can support the child correctly. Instead of suppressing them out of fear of misunderstanding, when strength is supported early, a person grows up with a deeper inner resource, a quiet sense of, I'm okay the way I am. That inner support protects mental health. It reduces the need to numb pain with substitutes. And this is prevention. I carry a strong inner drive to protect people from mental illness and addiction. BaZi is one of the precise, ancient, effective tools of prevention. This is not magic. This is understanding human nature. And when human nature is understood, it doesn't need to be broken. And this is only the beginning, a first look, a first step. But sometimes the very first recognition of oneself is the moment when life stops working against a person and starts working with them.